Just in case you're wondering, you're in Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living. You in the right place? I can feel it. Guess what time it is? It's time to stand and sing. You can sound like Harold Payne today. Bit while Mary sifts through her papers. Raise up your hands, put a smile on your face, talking to everybody in the human race. We're proud and we're strong, so stand up tall. Let's all get together, bring peace in the world. Let's all get together, bring peace in the world. All get together, bring peace in the world. Every man, every woman, peace in the world. That's you, Harold.
Train of love starting right here. Jump on it, have no fear. It's yours, it's mine. To answer the call, let's all get together, bring peace in the world. Everybody saying, all get together, bring peace to the world. Let's all get together, bring peace to the world.
Every man, every woman, every girl. Together, bring peace to the world.
Come on and shelter the homeless.
Open your door.
Feed the hungry.
Come on and give to the poor.
Offer your heart.
Don't be small.
Let's all get together, bring peace to the world. Let's all get together, bring peace to the world. Let's all get together, bring peace to the world. Every man, every woman, every girl and boy. Let's all get together, bring peace to the world.
One more time.
Let's all get together, bring peace to the world. Let's all get together, bring peace to the world. Every man, every woman, every girl or boy. Let's all get together, bring peace to the world.
Let's all
Get together, bring peace to the world. Let's all get together, bring peace to the world. Yay, you did excellent. Thank you.
All right. Good morning. Woo! All right, welcome to Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living, where we are transforming lives, building dreams, and revealing love. Where all we ask is that you stay completely open to changing your life by changing your mind. Welcome home. So I'm Valerie Reeves, and I am excited to be here with you live and in person, and for those of you that are on Zoom, welcome. If you're here for the very first time, we do have welcome packets, so we welcome you. We do have coffee and delicious goodies after service, so please join us in Richelieu Hall after service. We are in a good space, right? We're in the best space ever. So our purpose is wholeness. Our vision, we are an inclusive center, a magnet for creativity, spiritual growth, love, and fun. And we are visioning for the future. Our minister is spirit-centered, empowering, loves the teaching, and is a fantastic manifester who walks the talk. Our minister is authentic and trustworthy and highly developed management skills. Our minister is charismatic, inspiring, and poised. Our minister is approachable, loving, and kind. Our minister is growth-centered and community involved. So within, so without, knowing that that is true for each and every one of us. So we're going to have the best day ever today, and Reverend Catherine McKinney is going to give us some wonderful announcements. Thank you.
And good morning, everyone. We're so glad so many people are here and joining us online. We're glad everyone is here. We've got a lot of things that are happening. We are in the middle of our Prosperity and Pledge campaign. Our theme this year is Mystical Magic. Now, we are having our Mystical Magic Prosperity Pledge potluck. we're having it next Sunday after our service, so it's at 12:30. If you haven't signed up, please do. It is such a great opportunity to visit with new people, especially if you're a new person. Someone I know last week signed up they were here for the first time, but they wanted to meet people, so they signed up. So I think it's a great idea. Do that, and you'll have dinner with friends that you know already and maybe new friends as well. So we're glad you're here and you're considering that. Now, if you are brand new and would love to sing, or this is brand new and love to sing, we are going to begin a choir. Yes, woohoo! And so it meets today for the first time over in the teen room, the compassion room over in Montessori at 12:30. Bill Chen, would you stand up? Just let everybody see you. Bill is organizing this choir, and what he would want you to know is please only answer the question, do you like to sing? No other question about singing. If you like it, then be there at 12:30. Now, this year we are having this wonderful gala on the 2nd of December. We are having the wonderful gala for Dr. Moira Fox, who is, yes, she is officially stepping into her emeritus status, and we are celebrating, and people are coming from all around. I passed out flyers yesterday all the way down in Encinitas. I know it's a time to celebrate a wonderful, wonderful time of being the senior minister in this center and stepping into the new idea. So if you want to come, please check in at the desk. You can get tickets today. We are absolutely having a cutoff of November the 19th because the caterers that we're using really want to make sure that there's plenty of food for everyone that's coming. So honor that idea. If you know you want to come, go ahead and get your tickets and let us know that you are coming. Now, coming up on December the 10th, we are celebrating Remembrance Sunday. And many of you know that this is a different time for our center to celebrate this, but because of our activities, December the 10th was the perfect time. And there is always a perfect time to remember those who have gone before us, and that is what we're going to do on December the 10th. If you have photos of some of your family that you would like to include, please turn them in to us. Now, if you want everything returned that you give to us, put your information on the back so we know all about that. There is a limit of 3 photographs per person, but please do that. You will love seeing your loved ones up on our screen with all of the others as we remember. So please do that. If you want to remember again that the deadline is the 19th of December to turn them in. At our activity table in the foyer, you'll find information about a lot of things that are going on. A number of Christmas items, Remembrance Sunday, as well as a Christmas luncheon. So check it out there. Now, also on the back of your program, you will see all the information about our book studies that are ongoing. So check those and see if you're interested in that as well. Now, this is a request. For all of those of you who do Christmas but happen to have an extra tree, we are looking for one. If you would like to donate a Christmas tree to your center, we would welcome your donation. So that's just a word to those. Now, do you like books? Do you love books? Do you like working with books? We are looking for volunteers for our library. Please consider that. We would love to have your energy and your love of books to help us with that. And we always close with a huge thank you to our volunteers, from those who work in the garden, who work in the library, who work at the counter, who work in hospitality, but those folks that are working in back on sound, camera, and all of the things that are in back. We can't do church without them. So yes, we thank them. And so if you see someone today that you know is a volunteer, just thank them for their service. It's always nice. Now, it's too late for today, but join us next Sunday for the before class Science of Mind lesson. It's at 10:15 to 10:45, and you are always welcome to join in that book reading. And so let's take a deep breath. And we are about to go into the meditation music that we use that enables us to bring us to that place where we are ready for that moment in our service.
And so as we continue in that wonderful, peaceful space, going inside our heart of hearts, just breathing in the fullness of life, letting go of anything that does not serve us. Going into that deep, still space where nothing has ever been harmed, that pure and perfect spirit space. Knowing that there is one mind, one power, one infinite intelligence. Knowing that it flows in, as and through each and every cell in our bodies. Through our hearts, our souls, our minds, we are one. And in this divine space, continuing to breathe in the fullness of life, I speak my word and claim that there is love, there is peace, there is forgiveness in this space. Knowing with all of that, there is a divine healing for each and every one of us. That we are whole, perfect, and complete in this wonderful space. As we lift up our hearts, our minds, to the highest part, the highest vision of ourselves, of the world, of the universe. Knowing that all is well in this space. Knowing that each one of us, collectively, are healing the world by starting with the I am. That we are beautifully and brilliantly. I am peace, I am love, I am divine perfection, uniquely individualized. As we just go to that space of gratitude, I am so grateful for each and every person here. I am grateful to be alive. I am grateful for life, for that creative expression. I am so grateful for this day. And in this wonderful gratitude space, I just release my word into the universal action of the law, knowing that all is well. And so it is.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to deliver today's inspirational Science of Mind lesson based upon Reverend Valerie's talk, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. Or, as she could have entitled it, How to Have Your Best Day Ever. I think that knowing we have that power to change, that choice is ours. It is inspirational in and of itself. It can be frustrating, however, that if we don't really know how to change our thinking. Sometimes in speaking of science of mind, we like to use shortened catchphrases such as change your thinking, change your life, without a more complete description. It's like saying, the proof is in the pudding. What is that? Is there evidence in the pudding? Is the answer in the pudding? A clue? No. Because the real saying is, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. That way you have the direct experience and you can judge for yourself rather than relying on somebody else. Likewise, there is more to it than just change your thinking, change your life. In Science of Mind, now I'm taking a class right now facilitated by Dr. Sharon and Reverend Kathy in the Exploring the Roots of Science of Mind, where we learn about three people who greatly influenced Ernest Holmes, one of whom is Thomas Troward. Judge Troward explained, quote, change your thinking in a little more detail. Now, if you know anything about Troward, that's no surprise. He wrote, and I quote, the basis of all healing is a change in belief. The objective mind or intellect impresses its thought upon subjective mind, the subconscious. The thought is the expression of the belief. Accordingly, our whole object is to change our beliefs, close quote. Now that's basic science of mind teaching. He continued, as Troward is wont to do. He continued, and I quote, we cannot do this without some solid ground or conviction of the falsity of our old beliefs and the truth of our new ones, close quote. So, we look at what's not working in our life, the falsity of the belief behind that condition, and we think, imagine, and feel what the new idea would be like that we want to attract into our lives. The conviction and expectancy of that new belief manifests and changes your life. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. The proof of changing your thinking, changing your life, is the result you see in your life. As Ernest Holmes, author of our textbook, Science of Mind, said, there is a power for good in the universe, and you can use it. I encourage you to do so, and so it is. I'd like to introduce our singer, the balladeer extraordinaire, Harold Payne.
The bravest man in the universe is the one who has forgiven first. The fighting cannot end when each one takes revenge. Peace will never come to the hearts of everyone till we break the chain. I felt the pain of losing touch with the brother whom I love so much. I know that I was wrong to let this carry on. Precious time goes by when we can't see eye to eye till we break the chain. The children play on the battlefield among the bones of broken steel, where young men fought and died for someone's foolish pride. And all their hopes and dreams will never come to be till we break the chain. What kind of man could break the chain, release the past and live again? When each generation's sole occupation is to seek revenge, it never ends. No payback from way back will bring back the things you never had, never will. Oh, break the chain. Break the chain. The bravest man in the universe is the one who has forgiven first. The fighting cannot end when each one takes revenge, and peace will never come to the hearts of everyone till we break the chain. Break the chain. Sing it with me now. Break the chain. Don't you know that we can break the chain? Break the chain. Break the chain.
Can I use your line? May I? Mark was going to say sometimes it's great to have some pain in the house. Yes, Harold Payne. Give it up. That was awesome. So I'm going to do a little something for my daughter. So if you all could stand up for a second, if you choose. And if you could put your hands up like this. Best day ever! Best day ever! All right, thank you! All right. So I was with my daughter yesterday on the playground and my two granddaughters, and my daughter was coaching me. She's like, here's what you gotta do. Best day ever. I'm like, stop. She's like, you gotta get out there, be a cheerleader. Tell everybody how great their life is. And it's like, yes, our lives are great. We don't think about a toothache unless we have a toothache, right? Yeah. So we're grateful we don't have a toothache, right? We're grateful that we can walk, that we can see, that we can do all the things that we do. So stepping into that gratitude. And I loved your song, Harold, because it was so good. He's like, I didn't know what your talk title was, so I'm just going to talk about breaking the change. And it's like, well, breaking it. Because change your thinking, change your life. I am back to the basics. Yeah. Back to the basics, which is what Science of Mind hits the forefront of who we are. If we change our thinking, we can change our life. Because we were all born without a belief system. We came in without any BS, no belief system, right? And then, through the people that were in our lives, we started having belief systems. And based on our perspective, we either rise up or we take ourselves down. And maybe some of us grew up thinking that we were unworthy. Now, one of the things I love about this philosophy is taking words and breaking them down, like intimacy, into me see. And if I want to have an intimate relationship, into me see, I need to share who I am. Or recreation, when we recreate everything that's going on in our lives. And I heard a new one this morning. Disease. No, I'm sorry. Well, that's a dis-ease in our body, so that is one. But deserve. Do you deserve? What do you deserve? And if we break it down, serve, right? So we get into our life and we serve. Whatever we're doing, we're serving the world in one way or another. And it starts with the basics of who we are. So making sure that we are looking at changing our thinking, changing our life. And for me, my acronym for change is Center Heart Around New Growth Experiences. So we want to have some new growth experiences. Doesn't that sound like fun? Yes, let's have some new growth experiences. And let's do some shifting. And I was really thinking about, so if I'm changing my thinking, am I really getting deliberate about everything that I'm thinking and what have I created? So getting clear about what am I creating in my life. I was speaking with some people and somebody said, so what have you manifested lately? I'm like, oh, wow, what have I manifested lately? Because sometimes we just get in the habit of positive thinking and we've got some goals and some things out there, but it's like, well, what's the best manifestation? Well, I was at Starbucks the other day and I mobile ordered and I couldn't decide, do I want hot, do I want cold? And so I decided I wanted the cold drink. And I got there and there was a hot drink there with my name and I looked confused. And the barista said, is there a problem? I said, I really thought I ordered cold. And he looked at it and he's like, nope, that was my mistake. You can have that one and I'll make you a cold one. So I got both. Great manifestation, right? But I was also thinking about when I first got here, I asked the practitioners, what is your specialty? So our practitioners are trained in prayer work. Their prayers get absolute results. And there's some things that it's like, I can see that without a shadow of a doubt. And for me, it's been jobs. I can manifest anybody a job. I can manifest myself a job. When my children were growing up, and I happily divorced and raising my 4 kids, when my oldest son decided to live with his dad, who lived in Idaho, I'm like, okay, now I guess I got to move to Idaho. So I packed up everything without even being there. And when I arrived in Idaho, I thought, well, I should go to the Department of Labor and kind of find out, how are the jobs up here? And the guy said, I would not move here. There are no jobs. You really shouldn't move here. And I'm thinking, perhaps you do not know who I am. Right? So I've always been able to manifest a job easily, effortlessly, even during COVID, because I was working on a speaker circuit, and as soon as COVID hit, well, we're not traveling anymore, so no more traveling and speaking. I'm echoing. Yes? Yes. Something's happening. There we go. Thank you to our great audio team. Yes. So I thought, well, I'm going to trust the universe, and I'll just throw resumes everywhere. I'm open to whatever, because a lot of places weren't hiring. I cannot sit still, and I'm a social. So it's like I like to be around people. And so I threw resumes out everywhere. I was still living in Los Angeles area. I threw one to Grants Pass, Oregon, where my youngest son lives, and they called me right away. Got me a job right away. They just hired me over the phone, and I'm like, okay, great. Best day ever. And evidently, it's like, okay, I'm trusting the universe. My youngest son needed some time with me, so how perfect was that? Every time something is shifting in the universe, I am just open. Now, all of my siblings, I have 2 sisters, 2 brothers, they have all got a job and stayed with it forever. And I happened to watch a show it's a TED Talk called Multi-Potentialites. There are some people that just don't have one track. You've got the high spirit. It's like, I want a little of this, a little of that, a little of this, a little of that. And that's who I am. And so I love that. It's trusting the universe that whatever it is that I'm doing, something wonderful is always unfolding. The right place, the right people, the right love, the right job, knowing that everything continues in an upward spiral. So I love that. So the premise of change your thinking, change your life, I was thinking about Einstein, and Einstein says you cannot change your life with the same mind that created what you're in. So how can I change that? Now, my sister, for over 25 years, taught 4th grade. And so when they were getting ready to do their test, she would always tell them to imagine that they're putting on the Einstein mind. Put on your Einstein hat. And they would put it on, and their scores would go up. And she's like, oh, you did so well. And many of them would say, but it wasn't me, it was the Einstein mind. But we can step into the Einstein mind anytime. We can step into the picture of what we want. Visualize, verbalize, feelingly believe that it's already happened, and act as if. And then as magnets, we just step into that space. Howard Thurman says this: there is something in every one of us that waits and listens for the sound of the genuine in yourself. It is the only true guide you will ever have. And if you cannot hear it, you will, all of your life, spend your days on the ends of strings that somebody else pulls. Well, I don't want to be people-pleasing out here. I want to tune into my own heart. What makes sense for me? What is my highest and best? What does a full, rich life look like? Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive, and go and do it. Because what the world needs is people who come alive. So we want to come alive in our life. Get excited about the things that you're doing. What brings you joy? What brings you fulfillment? And instead of sitting and complaining about this isn't working or that isn't working, let me get some crayons, let me get some paper, let me draw some pictures. Let me think about what would a full, rich life look like for me? What brings me joy? And if we want to change the world, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, it all begins with us. And the last time I spoke, I was talking about The 4 Pivots by Sean Jenwright, who actually is on the cover of the Science of Mind magazine. He wrote a book called The 4 Pivots, which is absolutely amazing. And to me, it's really about changing your life so you can change the world. And it comes down with the 4 pivots, making sense and finding love within you. So the 4 pivots, this is the book. The Centers for Spiritual Living will be doing a beautiful book study for free, open to everyone. It's a 5-week course that'll start in January. I believe there's information in the Science of Mind magazine. And also there'll be a lot of information. I'll make sure that we have the information out. So in January, it's Tuesdays, I think 11:30 to 1. It's an hour and a half. And talking about Sean Jenwright and the 4 pivots. This is a pivotal book. And to me, it's the basics of Science of Mind. The first pivot, and I have some of these pages out there on the front desk if you want to know more. Would somebody like this book? Go ahead. Yay, manifestation! Best day ever for sure. So he talks about social change is deeply connected to our own healing, reflection, and well-being. The 4 pivots for reimagining justice is reimagining ourselves. How could I see myself differently? So the first one is awareness. How do you feel about yourself? Can you go to the mirror and say, I love you? And so from the lens to the mirror, what lens am I looking at the world from? And how am I looking at myself? So becoming aware of that, because the more we love ourselves and forgive others and let go of the past, the easier it is to step into the future. The second one is connection, from transactional to transformative relationships, where we're not just throwing the money at the cashier, not making eye contact, where we're making sure that we're having good transactions, We're transforming our lives by transforming the people around us. And it's like, well, it's great for all of us because we get it. But it's like if we can get it to a deep, deep level of loving ourselves, seeing the good in everyone, letting go of the things of the past, the coulda, woulda, shouldas, the easier it is for the universe to change. Because as I change, the people around me change. And then we influence the other people around them further, further, further until it mushrooms out. So we want to make sure that we are being in that space, letting go of the past, the coulda, woulda, shouldas, wish I would have, if only my parents would have loved me better. I could have been a star. If only. I made that comment to my son, my youngest son, once when he was in high school, and I said, if only my parents would have got me in gymnastics, I probably would have went to the Olympics. He's like, I know, if only my parents would have got me into basketball, I could have been in the NFL. And I'm like, yeah. So it continues a cycle. So it's like, okay, let me forgive the past. Let me forgive my parents. They did the best that they could with what they had. Let me not carry around my grief forever, wanting to wallow in it and say, you know how bad my life was? It's like, no, but get away from me because I don't want to hear about it, right? We don't want to engage in those conversations. Tell me what you dream of. Tell me what you're passionate about. Tell me what you live for. Let's not drag that coulda, woulda, shoulda, wish I woulda. That's in the past. We let that go. We forgive the people of the past. We don't stay wallowing in it. We get to move forward. And if we're having one of those days, Emma Curtis Hopkins would say, look up. Because you can look up, you can get up. You can see your life in a higher light. The third one is vision, from problem fixing to possibility creating. Instead of just trying to fix the problems, let's look at the possibilities. What is the possibility of all of us coming together and creating a choir? Yay! What is the possibility of creating a life and a world that works for everyone? It's here within. It's got to start where we are. And the fourth one is presence, from hustle to flow. Because we get so busy sometimes, we're just going, that we forget to take a breath and be in the moment. To check in with ourselves. Because sometimes we're so busy going, doing, that I forgot to step in and check, and how am I feeling? How am I doing? What would I love? The more we can check in with ourselves and each other, the more we create a world that we are being present for each other. The greatest gift we can give anyone is to be fully present. You ever have one of those situations where you're talking to somebody and they're scrolling through their phone? If I did it, I apologize. It's in the past, let it go. Right? Well, it's a constant. Let's work on ourselves and get really clear about what would I love. And am I at peace? Is there something happening in my world that's not working? And maybe it's conversations that we're stepping into. Conversations at work, conversations in the grocery store, conversations about, isn't it awful? Well, let's look at, instead of problem, trying to solve that problem, if we had a different president, if we had a different this, if we had a different that, if this was this way, let's get into the possibility thinking. Change our thinking by seeing a world that works for everyone. Some of you maybe remember that commercial years ago when I was little, and it was a Coca-Cola commercial. I'd like to build the world a home and fill it with love. So everybody hand in hand singing a world that works for everyone, basically. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to know. And it starts with, do I love myself enough? Do I know that I deserve all that I choose and all that I'm asking for and all that I'd like to see? Easier said than done, right? I always say that this philosophy is easy, but it's not simple because it's an everyday thing, and becoming conscious of our thoughts every single day, every single moment. Did I just say something about myself that I don't want to say? Because when we state it, we create it. So I want to find ways to continue to be conscious every single moment, be in the present and be present with everyone, giving that gift. Sean Genwright. Can we heal the world without healing ourselves? All of our beliefs are learned. And so if we learn some things about ourselves, make peace with it. Let it go. It's in the past. Any of you ever think of something that you did wrong and then you just keep beating yourself up for it? Yeah. I've had a few instances, and then I go to that person, like one of my children, I'm so sorry that that happened. It's like, what? I don't even remember it. Why are you holding on to it? So let it go. And it's like starting right here, right now, each and every step. I'm going to love the steps that I take. I'm going to love the energy that I put out. I'm going to remind myself that life is good. And that we're creating a world that works for everyone by creating that passion, that love, and allowing that vision within us to flourish. So here's what I'm knowing for everyone, that this is just a moment in time right here. But this is a precious moment in time. We've all shown up on this planet to take it to the next level. And I love the Hindu thought of it takes more for a spirit to come into the human form. It's easier for a hummingbird to take drops of water from the ocean and dissolve a mountain than it is for us to do that. So the fact that you're here, you're already a winner. So winner, winner. Let's do chicken dinner, okay? I knew somebody had to say that, right? But walking out of this place like, I am a winner, holding your head up high. Regardless of everything else, we are just getting all of that old energy off of us as we step out of this space, knowing that you are a winner just for showing up in life. You are a winner and you are divinely blessed. So healing your heart, your mind, your spirit from this day forward to love, honor, and accept yourself just as you are. And to get excited about what's next. What thing wants to be created through me? Because there is an urgency in all of us that's wanting to sing, to dance, to play, to express. So I invite you to sing, dance, play, express, to get out there in life and just do it. And so it is. Yes. Thank you, winners. So let's go deep inside, because I just want to put a beautiful blessing on all of you, because I know you're going to get out there and just do wonderful, amazing things, but I want you to maybe close your eyes to any distractions. And imagine that we are sprinkling some magic stardust, that the crown chakra, the brilliance, the divinity of who you are, lifts up to the next level as we've just released everything that doesn't serve us. That you can feel that magical crown, your divine blessing of who you are, because who you are is different, unique, and amazing. So loving yourself to the next level and the next level, allowing yourself, because you deserve the best life ever. Knowing that something wonderful is happening. It is this thing called life. Life is happening through our minds, our bodies, our souls. And in great gratitude for each and every divine blessing right here, right now, I just release my word knowing all is well, all is divine, and you are divinely blessed. And so it is. So it is. Thank you.
Well, I just got back from walking the Camino in Portugal and Spain, so this song about one step seemed to be the right song. We can all manifest or will manifest whatever we like. You can switch your coffee from hot to cold. Change your drinking, change your life. So when you're at an intersection, you're just one step away from a new direction. I am a humble man, somewhere in America. I walk in the footsteps of those who've gone before. In this road I travel on will lift me up and make me strong. So when people ask me what this journey's for, I say, if I take one step right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, if that one step could change reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. I know no countries, I know no governments, I just know the people I've had the joy to meet. And the kindness they have shown helps to make me feel at home wherever I rest my weary feet. And if I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, and if that one step comes to change reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. I get my inspiration from the words of the children. I'm trying to teach myself what they already know. If I could show my fellow man what a child can understand, then the seeds that I have sown will surely grow. If I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, if that one step comes to change reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. Break it down. If I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey had not been in vain. I got to say it again. If I take one step in the right direction, oh, if I touch one heart along the way, if that one step comes to chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. Thank you.
Awesome. That was so good. Before the ushers come down, I'm going to introduce Dan Benner. So he is coming down. He's going to, or coming right on up, and we'll turn on the red microphone. And he's going to talk a little bit about prosperity. So hit it.
Hey, good, beautiful morning. It is an honor to be up here in front of you guys and a part of your community. I came back to the center in 2017 as a result of kind of living life automatically and not being happy with the results I was getting. And this felt like the right direction, the right step to take, the place to come, because I came here as a kid. And I'm so grateful that this center still exists. And at first it was just coming and sitting in services and then taking classes and being back in fellowship and then joining some of the groups and then volunteering. And I started to feel like I was a part of this. And then after we came back from COVID, there was a pledge dinner. And it was amazing. It was amazing. And something happened when I made the decision, to pledge. It was different. I had already signed up to do regular contributions, but when I made that pledge, it did something inside of me. And I didn't expect that. And it does something for the sinner. And it's not the only way I contribute, but I don't know what words to put to it, but it's a feeling, it's a knowing, it's an intentionality. And I really would encourage anybody that, is really getting a lot of value out of being here, a sense of community, to join us, to break bread with us, and, to consider, what is it you want your life to look like? And how does this help? Because these teachings and this community and these people have done so much, and I'm very thankful. I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Oh, we're going to do the offertory offering first, and then we'll do the music. So as we say our offering affirmation, knowing that as we give, we absolutely do receive, trusting and knowing that the universe always, always provides. So let's say this together. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love. And so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
We are so grateful for the words, for the music, for the love, for the audio department and the video department. So grateful for each one of you for showing up. And remember, we do have coffee and amazing goodies. Thanks, Ken Dar. He brought some amazing things today. So we have some great food out there, good pastries, and beautiful sharing with each and every one. And we have our practitioners and ministers that are coming forward now. Our prayer practitioners are available for prayer work. Their prayers absolutely do get results. Sometimes when we can't see it for ourselves, they will see it clearly for us. There is magic in the words, in the love, in the intention, and in the spirit. So let's all stand and join each other in the peace song.
Thank you.